It's me! No. I'm here somewhere. 1 second. Yep. I'm somewhere. You want to go there? Come on. Hold on. Oh, I see. That problem. I fix. Voop. Voop, 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 voop. Ah! Ah! Boo-boo. Better. Up, up, up. Ah! Boop. These turns are too slow. These turns go fast. No. 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 Better. What do we got? What do we got? World Rage! Let's do this. Yum yum! Yeah, da, da, da. Yay! Property damage! Whoosh. Whoops. Well, that's what they get for taking a nice seaside drive. Get out of my way! I'm fast! Boom! Yay! Ow! Oh, someone is gonna die now. Someone is gonna die! Boom! Aw, man. Rude. Oh, rude. Yeah, the worst part is I really didn't even look at my targets. I don't even know how many I need. Oh, 6. 6 for bronze? Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, oh, oh. Not feeling the art today. Oh, I'll get to some art. Yes. I didn't qualify. That's garbage. All right, retry. Zibb, I don't know what's wrong with Zibb. He said he had a Crunchwrap Supreme. I don't know what that means. I don't know what kind of sickness that is, but he said he has Crunchwrap Supreme. He said he should be better later. Yeah! Psych! Oh, it's in there. Ow! Ouch! My face! Bing! Oof. I haven't tried to slow down. Look. Yeah! Look. Woo! I did a flip! Oof. Ah, man. Yeah, this is qualified, but man. Special event in the USA? Oh boy! Wait a minute, I've been to this crap hole before. Here comes a yellow! No, I didn't want red. Oh, I want a yellow. Oh. And guess I'll take red. Who wins? How's everybody doing today? Cobra is okay! Jesus! Cooper is airborne! In retrospect, that was probably a bad time to change lanes. Well. Ah, come on. Jeez. This wouldn't be happening if I was using the yellow one. It'd probably actually be more frequent, to be fair, but still. Parking on the beach. Yep, 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 yep. Too many tunnels, not enough of me winning. Boo! Jeez. Apparently I'm supposed to go through this course at 35 miles an hour with my blinkers on. Boo! Hi, Grill! My driving is going not so good. To be fair, though, I accidentally picked the red one. There was a yellow one. Rudy is under my desk. He is sleeping. No! The F1 racer is too fast. It's not fun. Alright, let's set him. Yeah. Beep beep. Beep beep. you die. Ow. Whoa, 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 whoa. All part of my plan. Now he's in front of me so I can hit him in the butt. Nah, nah, nah. I might have did him. Well, not at this rate, but eventually. I'll catch up. I'll go to summer school. I'll go to nerd courses. I'll get him. Ow! Dang it! The problem is that we're racing when there's other people on the road. That's a bad idea. We should probably only race when there's, like, nobody on the road. Then it's, he's 11 seconds ahead of me. Let's restart. Let's make this fair. You're gonna get him. This time I'm not gonna let him get ahead of me for freaking, just for no reason. Well, now he wrecked my car. I don't want it anymore. What an idiot. I quit. He wrecked the car that we're racing for. If I wanted to win, I should just wreck this car. I have a bunch. Whoops. That wasn't what I was going for. That son of a bitch. Yeah. Right in the butt. Dang it! That guy sucks! Dang it! This guy sucks! Aw, man! One more try. One more. I want that guy's car. I want it. Want it? One more try. Just one more try. Whoops. Nope. Come on, Valerie Bertoni. Let's get her. I'm on 2 seconds behind the hit. It was the first time I went down. Ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Frickin' eat it. I shouldn't have made it past that. Or that. Oh, you son of a bitch! Beep. Shouldn't have made it past that either. That was very, very nice RNG. 4 seconds behind. That's complete bull. Man! Son of a bitch! Zibb! Zibb, I can't beat this guy!
Are you sure you can't beat him?
Yeah! I tried that 2 times, I can't do it! I just gotta go. Hey, I'm gonna go partner with it!
You're sure, buddy. I guess I can train if you want. I'll draw or something.
Okay, guys, see you later. I'm a partner event against this guy. I'll see you later. I don't know how to leave. Zibb, how do I leave? Is it like this?
Hey, everybody. Now, I'm gonna have to find a better box for Copro. Copro definitely got out of their box really, really quick. So sorry about that. Yeah. Good afternoon, evening, and good night. It is stream time, and it's Friday, and we're all here. We're all happy and rocking and rolling it. How are y'all doing? Is everybody having a Friday? Should be. Everybody should be having a Friday. To bot this time, Zibb is definitely moving up in the world. To bot. To bot. To live. Yep. 2 bots in such a short period of time. That means I'm kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. How are you doing, Black Fox? How are you doing, Gray? How's everybody? I saw there was a bit of a stir at the Roy lore that we dropped this morning. So we needed some Roy love. Oh. Skulking around. Yep. There's a little Rudy Toot. Little Rudy Toot down here under my desk. Under my desk has become his little fortress of Salamude. He goes here when he wants to be lewd. Although, not necessarily alone. Because I am here. He just, he goes here when he's like, I've had enough of you. I'll just be here where the help is. Yeah. He gave Mrs. Zibb a little scratching. Actually, a decent scratching. Because we were giving him his medicine, and he is a strong old man with the scratchies. So, but yeah, he's doing pretty good with his little medis and his being a cat, despite the fact that he is a 19-year-old cat. He is still a cat. A cat of many talents, and one of those talents is scratching the hell out of people. So, I am going to do some artwork. I was working on a bunch of stuff this last time, and I think I'm going to start with some fan art today because I've been working on comic stuff pretty much all during the week. I've got some comic stuff that I'm going to be finishing up for pages, maybe even tonight. We'll see. But I don't want to burn out on it. And I just want to do something for fun. So let's see what I can do here. First, let me open up my Kobold Energy Drink. There we go. There's the art fuel. All right, well, let's see if this frickin' wheel, like this wheel, man, I'm not sure about this wheel, because this wheel has been, like, sketchy at best in terms of, like, randomness, because there's shit on here that has never come up, and I'm beginning to think, like, its true randomness is absolutely at, like... It is absolutely not truly random. Because like let me look at some of these here. Let's see. All right. Let me open this up. Let's open this up and take a look at some of these. Let's see. Cobalt, that's come up. Empress Frida, Miss Bianca, Callie Briggs, Riggs from Cobalt Core, Bianca from DQ5, Polly Esther, Alina Tsarevna, Master Tigress, Mei Ling, June Wei, Faye, Princess Vi, Mirage, Dr. Krakowski, Roll, Amy Rose, Deacon from Neverwinter Nights, Ember, Crystal, Eris from VG Cats, Crystal, Judy Hop, Shantae, Rouge, Francine, Sally Acorn, B, Isabel, Gadget, Mew. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like the top half of this is like always on there. Cobalt Energy. Let's see. We should add to the wheel. What additions to the wheel shall we do? Gray, I'm putting you on the spot. Who should we put on the wheel? Ooh, I've got one to add, just out of my own that I just remembered. Boop. I did do Gadget a long time ago. Putting Gray on the spot. Putting Gray on the spot. On the spot. Spot, 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 spot. On the spot. Spotly spot. Hey, Gray, I've been meaning to ask, how has the weather in the southern areas been? I believe you said you were in Texas before. Has the flood season passed, or are things okay down there? As okay as Texas gets. Didn't you do Gadget already? Man, there's a fanfic. All right, let's see. Well, while I have uncomfortably forced Gray to think of a wheel spin idea, I'm gonna go ahead and save this and then spin it. Oh my god, it's Black Fox's lucky day, it looks like. Yeah, let's spin it again. Wow, it continues to be Black Fox's lucky day. All right, well, we'll give this June way give it a little shottily do. Why not? Why not? Wheel, you've disappointed me twice now. Boop. Moment, let me get some reference material. Boo. How you doing there, Bubby? Rudy Toots. Well, I'm aware of who Squirrel Girl is. They just do not do what they used to do back in the day. And I suppose cartoon production is very different than it used to be, but they used to do full model sheets of characters back in the day just to make things more complete in terms of character design, but oh well, no big deal. No, I'm getting some reference stuff. All right. Grab a cozy pose of some cozy kind. There. Just so Black Box doesn't think he is having a stroke, I'll just go ahead and get some visuals up here. There we go. Nope. It did. A fair assumption. Only problem with Victorian dresses is that they can kind of only be displayed in a couple of ways. But we can make those pretty fun. Fairly certain I have. Ooh, actually, that might be a fun one. That might be a fun one. Let's hit her with, I think. Do this one, but we'll change up the height a little bit since she's already a bit more height adjusted. Anyways. Let me try here. Here. Oh, geez. Sorry, Gray. That sucks. Smaller head to body ratio. A little bit. Not too terribly much. Then let's go. Other problem with Victorian style. A little more.
Yeah, I was checking to see if you had a character that you wanted to add to the wheel of fan art, but hey, no worries. I mean, if you got other shit going on, so do not make it a priority. Running pose can be cute too. Black Fox's Lucky Day came up, and June Wei came up on the fan art wheel. This one strikes me as the most natural. What? You want to think? I want to hang on to this here, and then this. Ooh, I like this. This isn't your typical, like, it's not your typical. I don't like that. Okay, give me a second to save things up and then import my reference stuff. Give me a second here. Saved references. Boo. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then this one. A couple of different. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Much better. And let's fix my mouth, because my mouth doesn't appear to be moving again. There we go. Much better. Okay, let's get some shopping. well, highlighted brooch. No feetsies. Lowers.
Call about a few.
Rude too. I'm doing okay, buddy. Yeah. First, let's just get that hat in there. I'm not a fan of her hat, but it's part of her design, so I will honor the design. Guys who look together, very Victorian, very silly, very enormous and unnecessary. Covers what I would assume is a beautiful set of pointy ears. It has this feather boa, which I feel could be incorporated into her design. Otherwise, like in a different part of her dress, like a stole or a belt or something. But what do I know? I'm not a highly paid television producer. Feathers. But the feathers and everything, this hat feels like it's more out of the 20s. It feels less like a Victorian design and more like something out of a flapper or a 20s kind of schmeal. And then I'm going to drop this. And I'm going to do just what Tim Cummings' character from Baldur's Gate taught me. And I'm going to go for the eyes, boo! Very vixen-y. Hey, look, that absolutely does not say you're gonna end up dead in an alley. I'm gonna have your wallet. Oh. Ooh. The only thing I don't like here is that she has these long gloves, and I would love it if she only had like elbow gloves, because I would love to do one of these where she has one of the gloves like a bare hand here. She's gonna drop it like for you to get like dropping her favor. Instead, come hither. This is a bit. Put this on the leg. Back. Shadowy alley. kind of a Jack the Ripper kind of a thing, you know? Granted, I've never seen the show, but she kind of gives me those vibes. Or if we just took her. Yes. Something like that. But I don't need to make it too. Is it really snowing? Oh my god. Boo. We're supposed to be getting some rain, so I ran out and did the yard. Didn't work. I guess that's the price that you pay. Black Box. Junwei shows up on the fan art wheel. At the snow. Crazy when I think I do not play Blizzard. Long time. Sleepy bee. Are you a sleepy bee? To the Discord, to the wall.
Till the sweat drips. Oh, wow. Boo. Oh, Canada.
You guys really need to remember to put the cap back on the snow when you're done with it. Keep forgetting. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Also, hi, Gary. Howdy theory. My chat. Look at Gray. Look at you being extremely well versed in waifu law.
The waifu should be redeemable.
Vaporized just means that she is now free.
You are now free to move about the fanfiction.
That they pulled that shit in DuckTales too, which I honestly, if you haven't watched DuckTales, then I weep for you, but that to me is lazy writing. If you take the time to establish a character and make them an important part of your narrative, and then you just fucking vaporize them, like, oh, they really meant nothing, then it's just like, you are a terrible. I can never get behind the idea of I can never get behind the idea of this person only exists as a vehicle for X. Like, I think that is stupid, lazy, and it is almost always, in my opinion anyway, because I'm not a professional writer, but in my opinion, it is almost always a marketing decision. It's very rarely an artist or a author's intent that the only reason this person exists is because of X. You know, like, I hate that. I hate that idea. And fortunately, none of the characters in Trapfinders exist in that regard. Like, the only reason this character is around is because of X. Like, no, they're all there for their own particular reasons and not for a specific solitary reason that once it's gone, they're just... I hate that. I hate that. Because you have opportunity then. You have, like, if you're willing to tell me, like, oh, well, she was a vehicle for this great evil. Okay, that's interesting, because then she has insight into that evil that other characters don't. She has insight into that character that other characters don't. That was one of the great failings, in my opinion, with Mass Effect. Though few, though admittedly very few, because at the very end of the original Mass Effect, you know, Saren basically is trying to tell you, like, this thing is powerful. It can kill you. It will take over everything, and you can't stop it. You can't fight it. You know, it's like, this is extremely useful information, because he's telling you, like, you can't fight this thing normally. You have to fight it on its own terms. And exactly, just make it this undying creature. You know, if there's literally, like, what is it there for then? You know, It's like, why, if it is this great, incredibly powerful thing, then why did it require a mortal vehicle to get where it was supposed to go? It's stupid. It's because the writers had no idea what to do, and or they had one artist friend who was just like, I have this Fox character that we could use. There's like, God damn it, we owe Andy a favor. He helped us move. You remember Boston? Yeah, none of us had a truck. He had his dad's Ranger. You know, that kind of shit. Why make this? Why bend over backwards to put this character in there when it makes no sense? You know, at the very least, if you put that character in there, then give them. If you don't give them a redemption arc, make them do something. You know. I don't know. I get so perplexed at why they make some of these choices. Like I said, if it's not writing by committee, by like marketing, then it's writing by absolute malarkey. But the question remains, Black Box, it's like, what makes the great evil so weak that it requires a mortal vessel to do anything? It's kind of the problem that you run into with Sauron in Lord of the Rings. It's like, you know, oh, Sauron cannot yet take physical form. Why? He's a giant flaming eye. Who cares? A giant flaming eye flying around zapping things? That's okay. How is that a weakened form? I mean, it's like, I'm not saying the show is bad. I'm just saying that that's not a good choice. If you're trying to make a story that is compelling and interesting and characters that you want to care about, I don't feel that way. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm having a hell of a time drawing a circle. Kennedy Tartakovsky. Yeah. They're not all going to be freaking amazing. I still believe that his best storytelling is in Primal. Primal is storytelling. Primal is awesome. Highly suggest Primal. I was so shocked at how Primal grabbed me within moments. Primal kicks ass. Gray, if you have, I hope you have, but Gray, if you haven't checked out Primal as a writer, I think you'd enjoy it. That is a show that is all about storytelling, and Garen, this is the funny thing. I love Primal for the same reason that I love the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Darmok. Darmok is my favorite Star Trek The Next Generation episode, next to The Inner Light. Me, Picard's blue. Next to The Inner Light. The Inner Light is one of my favorites, but and Data's Day. But Darmok, in my opinion, best episode of Next Generation, because it is about the story. It is about the power of language. It's about the power of story. And oh yeah, I really would have loved to see his audition for Spear. I do find it interesting that I feel like Tartakovsky just kind of has gone through like so many of the things that he grew up with. Like I grew up with monster movies and Godzilla films and kung fu films and Kurosawa movies and all this shit. I'm gonna make cartoons that are based on this stuff, and he just did. And like going through Primal, it's just like clearly this man read every freaking Conan comic there was. Oh, it has the dumb flappies. June, I hate your parasol. I hate it. It's dumb. It's stupid and I hate it. Bah! I hate your dumb parasol, June. It's stupid. Big dumb parasol. Stupid and dumb and I hate it. No wonder you're the villain. Everyone hates you. Dumbass parasol. Well, now that I'm over that. I'm sure fuck I'm not drunk. Bet your bippy I'm not drunk. How you doing down there? Really good. I'm a little drunk. Character design aside, the more you describe this plot, Black Fox, the less I'm inclined to enjoy it. And maybe I just need to kind of just like sit down and check it out, but like I don't know. The character motivations seem kind of weak. I don't want anyone to be stronger than me. Okay. Tell your daughter. Strikes me as that like what was that villain what was the villain checklist from back in the aughts when they were just like how to be a successful supervillain. My super secret lair will not have air vents that can be accessed by human beings and will have like what was like spikes every 20 feet, something like that. I will never leave like a male heir that can rise up and destroy me, like that. Like, you don't want your daughter to have magic and just don't have a daughter. And they named him Zibb, Killjoy of the Ages. Boobers. Oh. That's my fault.
having a troubling moment where there's the extremely faint smell of an overheating electronic. Generally catch the whiff every once every 20 minutes. Check and see if there's anything charging. Do you have any lithium batteries that are charging? A trickle charge that's like topped off or something like that. Black Fox, does her parasol get vaporized too, or is it just Oh, so the parasol escapes and survives? Oh. Recommends Fox Goobers destroyed and parasol stupidity completely escapes its own destiny. I'm gonna get into my phone and give me a call. Boop, 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 boop. Kennedy Kardakowski here. Kennedy! Zibb. Zibb! How you doing, man? I'm doing great. How are you doing? How's the wife and kids? Oh, they're fantastic. What's going on? How can I help you? Listen. We gotta talk about June Wei. Oh, yeah. You were saying, before, you're a huge fan. Shh, no. No. I'm on my pod. I'm streaming right now. Oh, gotcha. So, what's up? Why did you evaporate her and let her parasol survive? Oh, parasol. Man, come on, man. Why you get it? Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. I'll talk to you later again, man. We'll play Battlefield together. Okay, I'll see you on Battlefield. Man, I gotta stop calling it. I'm not curious about this. Like I said, you're gonna get rid of a pair of fox booters and the parasol survives. Lost interest. As far as I'm concerned, this piece of fan art is my introduction and farewell to the show. June Way, more like June No Way. Hate to be such a downer. Oh, you're getting a snoot full of butane. A lighter? What are you lighting? The passion. You go smoking those death sticks. I'll send Ewan McGregor to your house. I'll make you rethink your life. With his laser swords. Also, Garen, I'm going to have you audition for the voice of the Mage's Pearl when the Trap Hunters cartoon comes out very, very soon. I've done that. I've done that for nylon. I've done that for leather too. And I've had to punch holes in my belt. Everything can have a slight southern accent. Katya was supposed to have a southern accent. She's changed a lot. She was actually going to have this weird quirk where she changed dialects everywhere she went. And I was just like, that's going to be a hell of a thing to write. She has a Ukrainian. Because fuck Russia. Come after me for that one, Russia. My house is only 10 feet off the ground. Defenestrate me. Yeah, I was gonna portray her as being really worldly. Like, basically, she had an accent for like every village or every country that she'd ever been. She'd been there for a long time. Like, she'd be like, you know, waiting here. I will check in at the inn. We'll get the room. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, no big deal. Well, howdy, yo. The hell was that? Not the people, but the government. I'm not here to speak of reality. Kobold of many means. Damn your stupid parasol. Oh, they're little circles. Fuck your little circles. Oh my. Yeah, all their tanks are fucking exploded. That's what they get for being complete chodes. Oh no! Sorry, Gray. You guys got some flashlights so you're not like completely bumbling, or you gonna conserve your phone power so you can use that as a flashlight? Oh, you'll have to watch the stream like they did in the olden times. Inky with baseball. Ooh, be very careful with the candles. Make sure they're away from windows and draperies. If you can, if they're like tea lights and stuff, put them in a dish of water. That way it keeps them from getting into stuff. It's just one of those, like, I was a Boy Scout, so whenever someone's like, oh, we'll just use candles, that's cool. I'm totally cool with that, but Boy Scout, fire. I know you'll be safe. You don't you dad zip me? Of course I'm gonna dad. Ooh, make fun of it. Just concerned about fire safety. Make sure you guys have a plan in case there is a fire. Make sure you guys know to meet up somewhere. If there's a fire, if there's the house is full of smoke, make sure you know of a place to meet outside. Good. I know you're a mature adult. Glaring at you, Minnie. Oh my god, I'm so busy dadding. There. Hydrate. Hydrate 2. Stretch. Don't bother shooting. The fire's shooting at us! Hi, Rudy Doors. Hey, Bobby. Do you want to show everybody your butt? You want to show everybody your butt? Come on. Just in time to show everybody. Hi, Rudy. Rudy knows I need cheering up because of this stupid ass parrot. Rudy Toons. Aw, this is by candlelight. You guys are living real life, Little House on the Prairie. Unsuper fire station. Why do you think it was fire? God damn it. God damn it, Gray. Shit like that that's gonna get you in trouble in Starfighter. Remember the fire safety acronym: RATE, run, hamstring, clear out, escape. Remember to appease the fire by sealing all your exits and making sure that anybody left inside will keep the fire busy while you escape. Loud noises will attract the fire. Escape as quietly as possible. All right, June, if that is your real name. Probably like. Do not be distracted by the delicious smell of burning flesh. Escape the fire as soon as possible. It should be fire safety tips, but for aliens. But they're trying to integrate into human society.
Do not be distracted by the delicious smell of burning human flesh. What? Why would you? I'm not a Quizblorf. Hell is gonna be fun. Oh, I didn't get her other frickin' hand. Man. Come here. Handle me with just. Come here. Man.
No, the glove thing would have been a little too involved.
It's like I said, if she wasn't wearing like what apparently appear to be armpit gloves, I'd be more inclined to do the like glove off, like dangling kind of favor thing, but it's a bit too much. This also kind of helps to imply like something is wrong, because she kind of got like the cryptid finger. You know what I was recently reminded of being hilarious and amazing? Catbug. Remember Catbug?
Now.
But you should look up Primal. Primal's awesome. Primal's still going. Primal got a third season. There really should be a play of Primal. You watch. I'd watch an elementary school play of Primal.
Which one is yours?
Mine's the Tyrannosaurus. She's amazing. My kid ate your kid. Way to go, sweetie! We don't even go here. Later, nerds. Or was June simply the only furry? Wait. I think my point still stands. Because that's how I would probably also. That is how I drifted in most of these anyways. Just character. Ah, fine. All right. Something worth looking. What are you? Some kind of seahorse? Watermelon? Alright. I get by. I can still get by. Oh, I love her. Oh, she's a great voice actor. I'm not surprised that she's a great voice actor. Straight up. Isn't that literally the origin story of Inuyasha's brother being a villain?
Dad didn't give me the powerful sword, so I'm a bad guy now. But he gave you another powerful sword. I wanted that one.
I have to color the stupid parasol that is the only thing that survives this character. To be fair, Mr. Inuyasha gave both of his sons the most powerful sword, but he splintered. He gave the most powerful offensive weapon to the one kid who would be able to handle it, and he gave the most powerful defensive weapon to the one kid who needed to learn how to use it.
Tenseiga is a terrible sword. It can just bring people back from the dead. This sword is stupid.
And like everyone who sees it is just like, you're the dumbest character that has ever lived in the history of anime. Man, swords are a thing. Swords are a thing. You like that? That's my extremely poignant advice for all of you. Swords are a thing. Ooh. All hidden in that dress for the entire six episode run that she survived. Who earns? I have words with you. Pointed, angry words. Gray, if you don't invent a literary device called Chekhov's blanks, I'm gonna be very upset. Or like Chekhov's G. You know? Although when you get there, it starts sounding like a D&D spell, like Chekhov's Resilient Jam. Autoluke's Resilient. Chekhov's Nerf. I like that. I like that. Karen, you're hired. Gray, you're also hired. Everyone, you're hired. I'm going out for smoothies. Smoothies, you're hired. Later. We didn't know it was a stroke till it was too late. Oh, fudge. Yes. Chekhov's squat. Great, you could appreciate there was a play one of my friends did in college called Death Trap, and there was a Chekhov's gun kind of situation, but it was literally a crossbow. And it's sitting there the entire fucking play, and it is literally just an illustration of Chekhov's gun. It's just like there's a crossbow and it's sitting there the entire fucking show, and it literally does go off at one point, but it goes off screen, which I think is the laziest shit. It's like, just shoot somebody, come on. I was always disappointed when like the mayhem portions of shows and stuff was toned down. I'm like, this is literally the only time that you can do this shit and not go to jail. So like, come on, get into it. Newsy Rudy over there. Just snoring away. He's been doing really good, by the way. We're a little concerned, but he's eating like a champ and he's doing his thing. I will say, just to let you guys know, just to kind of manage expectations, we are doing obviously everything we can to keep him comfortable. We're doing everything we can to make sure that he is feeling good. Our goal with Rudy is we're keeping him comfy and making sure he's happy until he's not. And the vet is with us. They know exactly where he's at and what his situation is, and essentially they know that we are just taking good care of him and keeping him happy and keeping him comfortable until Mama comes to pick him up. So that's, you know, just kind of where we're at. We're prepared if, you know, if he takes a turn, and we're, you know, obviously we love him to bits. I am so happy to have him here, and I told him the other day, I was just like, you know, I'm super sad about the circumstances that, you know, brought you here, but I'm super happy we could rescue you again. But you know, but just so you guys know, like we're doing everything to make sure that he's okay, but we're under no illusions. He's 19 something years old, so we're under no illusions that, you know, we're gonna, you know, do the impossible, move mountains and everything. But yeah, just wanted to make sure y'all know. I mean, we obviously will do everything we can to make sure that he is happy and healthy and safe and everything, but we're under no illusions here. So. Oh yeah, Boyo is super comfy and he gets, you know, he gets everything. So.
Oh, is this that? This is the complete animation of Junwei. Well, if it can fit in a 5-minute video, I don't suppose she does a whole lot in the show. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad somebody posted a video. I'm sure they're very excited about the show and everything. They should have written a script. Just, if you're gonna make a video, write a script. And that's why I haven't done any videos. It's like I need to write a freaking script. Otherwise, one of my videos would be like a stream. I would be like, man, you ever seen space? Like,
Look at it. It's huge. It's enormous. That's why they call it space and not like Newark. Because, like, there's no, like, definition of it. There's no edge of it. You can't just, like, walk down to the corner of space and, Main Street. It's like, it's everywhere. It's all over the place. Space. From the Latin word space, meaning and no end to it. So you should watch that show if you wanted a crash course in how to make your heroes unlikable. Got it. That and Game of Thrones. I think that's also a great way of doing that. Where are you? Where are you? Shadow of the earth. Shadow just a little. Such part of it. Highlight. I feel like The Boys was made on a dare. There we go. Junwei. Apparently the only good thing in this show, and she's gone by episode 6. Look at me, Black Fox. Finished it in one whole stream. Yeah. Let's do. All right, saved. I will post her to the Discord. She's saved. So that's the most important thing.
Great. Without giving too much away, I would say that Game of Thrones is the main theme of Game of Thrones is that there are no heroes. Or the best way of looking at Game of Thrones is Obi-Wan Kenobi. So what I told you is true from a certain point of view. It's all perspective. The books are good. I feel like the books delve a little bit more into the fantasy than the series, like than the TV show did. Which, I mean, you might be thinking like, but there's dragons. Like, yes, but there's actually so much more to it that they didn't really get very far into in the TV show. I'd say the ending is not what I would call an excellent one. No, I don't. I at this point, I have my money on Martin never finishing the books because the reaction to the TV show ending was so bad that there's nothing that he could do to right that ship. He made the mistake of not finishing the books in the first place. That was his mistake. He was too busy doing interviews for Maxim and pretending to be a pop, culture character. And he didn't finish his books, and they finished them for him, and they were terrible, and it ruined his legacy. And now he's trying to get that legacy back by doing more stuff in Westeros and doing all these other series. And it's just like, no, you wrecked it. It's over. Nobody cares about Game of Thrones anymore. It was a huge cultural touchstone. Nobody cares. There was, to give you an idea as to how far-reaching Game of Thrones had gotten, there was a Sesame Street skit about Game of Thrones. And it was a musical chairs bit, but it was a Game of Thrones skit on Sesame Street. I shouldn't have to repeat that for how ludicrously, culturally appropriate that is. In fact, if I remember correctly, I mean, they have Muppets for the characters. Robb Stark is a puppet, and I believe his character is eliminated in the game, which is the game of musical chairs, and he says, oh, well, I have to get to a wedding anyway. Those of you in the know. That series and that property was so culturally ingrained that it had broken into children's programming. Seriously. And it's like any program. It's like any property, anything like that. Anytime that much attention, that much pressure, and that much is riding on one thing, it's going to get fucked up. It was in the series, in the book, it was called The Red Wedding. But that's the thing. In any situation like that, it's human nature. How many times have you watched the Super Bowl where someone chokes? Where there's a massive play or a fumble at a critical moment. It's because of pressure. It's because of, nerves. It's because of whatever. Or somebody says something at a press conference that they shouldn't. Or somebody, puts out a song that they shouldn't. Somebody does, it's like people crack, things happen, But that amount of pressure is so great. And that's why you spread these things out. You have other units working on things. You have writing teams working on things. When you take the writer, the guy who's supposed to make the whole fucking thing,
And then he's off doing fuck all whatever besides writing his books. And then you have a bunch of people who are not him working on it. Of course it's not going to turn out right. They're going to choke. What if, what if Tolkien just like, I'd rather bugger off to the pub. I'll have Johnny, the sweeping boy, come across there. Right, Johnny, finish me book. I'm off to the pub with C.S. Lewis. Fuck this. Aragorn can be king, I don't bloody care. And then Johnny the sweeping boy's like, I think that Aragorn and Arwen should actually fight Sauron on the fields of Pelennor. And it fucking sucks. You know? You can't take the creator out of the creation and then be like, we'll do it. It's like, no. God. I don't know. And then I'm gonna die in some like tragic blimp accident, and then someone's gonna be like,
though I do not know what was in Zibb's mind, I will complete Trapfinders for him.
and then it'll be amazing, and it'll win an Ursa Major and an Ursa Minor, and then, you know, I don't know, like, Univision will just be like, we want to make a series, and it'll be amazing. In a luchador mask. It just gets so frustrating. It's like and it's not just people like Martin, and I think that's the other thing. Like, George R.R. Martin is not an edge case because people like him, and keep in mind, most of his books were written and published in the 90s. Like, Game of Thrones came out in 93. These books have been out for 100 years, 30 years, but still, you know, these books have been out for a long time. So he has had, it's not like Game of Thrones came out in 2018. They have been out for fucking ever. He has had time. But anyway, he's not the only person, you know, like this shit happens, and you know, they get this huge wash of fame, and people think they're interesting, and they're going all over the place. They get a publicist, and they just get carried away. They get all over the place. Conversely, you have other authors like Patrick Rothfuss. Rothfuss is another fantasy author. He is the invert of George R.R. Martin. His work got very popular, and his work exploded. If you haven't read Rothfuss did The Name of the Wind, which is a great fantasy book series. I would be remiss if I didn't recommend it. The first two books in his series, it's called the King Killer Trilogy. The first one is The Name of the Wind. The second one is called Wise Man's Fear. They're both extremely good. I'm biased because it's about Kavoth. He is a bard telling his story. And the best way I could frame it would be, and I've probably talked about these books before, but the best way I could frame it would be the depth of Lord of the Rings with the accessibility of Harry Potter. You have a lot of world building. You have a lot of atmosphere and lore that you want to know more about, that you want to understand. And you have the accessibility and down-to-earth characteristics of people that you want to know and that you want to know more about. You have villains that you want to understand, but you hate. And you want to understand why you hate them. But the problem with Rothfuss was that he was writing, and he's very introverted, very quiet, very kind of insular. and he got popular, and then nerds wanted to talk to him, they wanted to interview him, they wanted to get into this thing, and he was doing conventions and he was doing signings and things like that, and this was good for him, but at the same time it was really racking him mentally, and I guess that was really causing him to have a hard time finishing his third book. I guess his third book still isn't done. And he adheres to the Tolkien style of writing, where he writes the whole fucking thing and then he'll start like kind of doing waves up the beach, where he'll rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it until he's happy with it, which is a terrible way of doing it when it comes to getting a book done. It's a great way of making sure the book is done the way you want it. It's a bad way of getting it done expediently. But not everyone works fast. Looking at me. But yeah, no, honestly, I would suggest reading the books, because I think with Martin, I think much more was put into the books than it was in the TV show. I think the TV show is great in the casting, and in some of the effects, but I think they missed out on a lot of the interesting parts of Westeros. Also, like, there's a lot of lore that you miss out on. I mean, anybody who just watched the series, does anyone know that there was a giant fucking wizard war that caused the almost never-ending winters? No, we just know that winter is bad. Okay.
I was drawn. I don't know. I was
Okay, Gray. I love you, and I thought you were just like, writers have power. No, you have electricity. That's what you were talking about.
My rant. That's my rant.
Regardless, I'm glad that your house has power, and I'm glad that writers have power. Make sure you double check all of your candles, that all your candles are out. Missed any?
you have any electronics that are plugged into surge protectors that aren't working, make sure you double check the surge protectors for any fuses they have that might have popped. Most of those fuses are pretty easily replaceable at Walmart. Sometimes you have to go to a place like Tractor Supply, but you can get them. Horse, show your alert. Ah, let's see. What was I doing? Doing something. Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save up that June and get it up on the Discord. I'll get it posted elsewhere as well. And I think I'm going to call it a night.
Let me make sure I get that saved up before I do anything else. Do. Do. Gotta get some of my heraldry on there. Other than that, should be ready to go here shortly. And yeah, should be good. But yeah. So hopefully y'all have a good night and a good weekend. Stay safe. And yeah, sorry for the low key stream this evening. Just kind of slowly slide into the weekend, but hopefully it was enjoyable for you guys. I'm gonna try to start a little bit earlier next time, and yeah. So let's see if I can plan some other stuff for these coming up weeks, and have some themes going on here. So in any case, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. I will update y'all, since it looks like we will be going to Tulsa as well this year. I'll keep you guys updated as well on the convention lookout, and we'll go from there. So have a great weekend, guys. We'll catch you later. Bye bye.